How's it going, guys? I'm Andrew with the Pool Source in Cranston, Rhode Island, and today I'm going to show you how to open your pool by yourself. We're going to start with the cover first, and all you need is a 1/4-inch hex tool and your cover bar. You want to take your bar, slide it in, turn it, kick it, release it. Simple as that. So, guys, I'm going to give you a little close-up. Do you see how this bar kind of has a half cut right here? You want to insert the bar just like this around the grommet, spin it. Sometimes they're loose, sometimes they're tight. You might need to kick it a little bit, spin it, and just lift it just like that. That's it. All right, guys, I'm going to show you how to accordion fold your pool cover. Just so in the winter time when you go to put it back on, it's a lot easier. You can just come along and drag it, right? So I always do it to my shallow one where I have the most space. I took it, I pulled it a little bit on each side. You're going to have to keep walking back and forth. It's a lot easier with 2 people, but if you don't have that extra person, it's definitely doable by yourself. So we'll start over here. I always put my foot in right in the middle of the section. Take this end and fold it right over, just like that. Come on the other side, same thing, right in the middle, pull it a little tight, and just fold it right back. And again, in the middle, same idea, fold it right back. Just try to keep it clean. Once you're done, your cover should look just like this. Grab it on one side, fold these in, and just start rolling. Just like so. Just like that, it's ready for the bag. Your second step is you're gonna unplug all the plugs in the pool and the skimmer here. I would recommend getting one of these if the water is very cold and green like this. For this step, you should only really need channel locks. I've also used wrenches in the past. They work as well. You don't want to use a screwdriver just in case you drop it. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Just like that, we're open. Now, before you guys get the filter equipment running, you're going to want to install all your eyeballs, your skimmer baskets, and any jets that are inside of the pool, and the pump basket as well. Just so when you start up the filter, all the excess material, leaves and whatnot, will get caught in your skimmer basket or the pump basket. All right, guys, now that the pool cover's off, your plugs are out, your eyeballs are in, the skimmer baskets are in, we're going to get the filter system up and running. First step, you're going to want to make sure you install your pressure gauge and your sight glass. You may want to install your pressure gauge after if you have a lot of air in the system. This will help you bleed it if you have a sand filter. All right. You're also going to want to turn your multi-port to the filter position, just like so. Make sure all your return jets are open. And then when we normally start up a pool, we keep the skimmer closed or a little bit cracked open and the main drain fully open. There's a lot of water that's still going to be in the main drain once we break that seal. And if your pool's not up to running level, if the water's below the skimmer, then you're just going to constantly suck air, and then you're never going to get it to prime to pump. Open up the basket. Make sure there's nothing in there. We normally put a number 8 rubber plug in the front of the pump, just in case that seal ever breaks for the main drain. That plug will protect the water from coming into the pump. Once you have the equipment all squared away, you want to grab a hose or fill a bucket of water and just start filling the pump housing. Get it filled with water so it's sucking less air. It's the waiting game now. Once you guys start seeing it overflowing, that's a good sign. Grab the hose out, Pop it back in the pool. You need to make sure this gasket is seated. That's right below the cover. It's a strainer gasket. If it's not seated, you're constantly going to suck air. You're never going to get it to prime. You should also check the valves in front of the pump. Make sure they're fully tight and sealed. There is gaskets in between them. If the gasket's not sat right, again, you're going to suck air and it's going to be a nightmare. Make sure this is tight on each side. Now make sure your filter plug is tight on your filter, and make sure the pump housing plugs are tight as well. All right, there should be 2 on the pump and 1 on the filter. If you have a Hayward system, we suggest Hayward. Find the power, flip on the switch, and give it a go. Cut. Find the power, turn on the switch, and let it rip. So as we can see, our pump actually kicked on a lot quicker than expected. It's going to keep cycling, kind of surging. You want this basket always filled with water. You don't want to see any bubbles in there. Once it gets to a point where I can fully open the skimmer, I'm going to slowly open this valve. So, like I said, our skimmer valve is closed. I'm going to slowly start opening it just to introduce some more water. So now I have it open all the way. You're still going to see some bubbles in there, but we'll let it run for a little bit and all those bubbles will disappear. So now, guys, after just a few minutes, we got the pool up and running. Everything's good. There's no air in the lines. We're going to add 2 gallons of chlorine and an algicide. We're going to let that run for 24 hours to 48 hours. And then we're going to come back, test the water, and add all the right chemicals. All right, guys, your last step is take your 1/4-inch hex tool, pop it in the anchor holes, and screw it down, just like so. Go around and do that to the whole pool. Enjoy your summer.